Okay. So officially we have started. Thank you everyone for your patience. Thank you, Antonia, for joining to share your experience with us. So there we move on. Remember, this is our Power BI, right? This is our Power BI application. We've talked about data sources. You can click directly on this and then you import your data. Um, You can click directly on this to import your data. You can also click on the SQL. We have the Excel, we have SQL, and you can also paste, right? You can copy and paste from sheet, and you can also try sample data, the one that comes with the Power BI desktop app. So yesterday we talked about pages, how we can create multiple pages and have visualizations in them. Just like the way you zoom in Excel, you can also zoom into the Power BI environment. We talked about filters, how we can filter columns. We talked about fields. If we import data, the columns will be here. The columns are called fields, right? This is just a recap before we start what we are doing. So we also talked about visualization, right? Just a brief intro where we'll talk about how you can plot those charts. These are bar charts. Here you have line charts. We are going to drag them and you have a look at them, but not all of them, right? So that we can go home. If you want to do all of them, you know what to do. And also, as we move on, I would also like to still say thank you for your persistence. It's easy to register for anything. It takes commitment to go through the process of learning. You can say you don't understand and you just run away. There's nothing that will happen, but it takes patience and persistence. That when you don't understand, you stay through the class. And then I told you my story about physics, right? How I studied equilibrium. I read that topic more than 10 times and I still don't know it. But the day that I got it, it was like a gold. I taught myself, right? And at the end of the day, I didn't just teach myself. I also went ahead and I was on that conduct the practical during the WAEC this thing because my teammates couldn't do it. I had to teach them. And then, it was awesome. So it always happens sometimes when you go through challenges in learning something, it's so that you value it by the time you know it. But when you don't go through challenges, you just be like, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to load the data. I'm going to load the data. I don't know why you are smiling. You're always smiling anyways. And it's good. It's good. People that smile like this, they easily get married. Women love men that smile a lot. So you didn't hear that from me. And I've started recording. That's the problem. I don't like to always record when I want to say these things. Okay. Yeah. I downloaded this thing. Where is it?
You were talking. Where did your this thing arrow brought this?
Yeah. That's for I clicked on file, I clicked on get data, I clicked on Excel workbook, and then I came here. So I was searching for the file I downloaded just now, which is a marketing something something. Except it is not oh, it's a CSV. You can see it's a CSV. So I have to go back, right? I have to go back and then remember that we also have this is for CSV. So when I go to downloads, you can see it here, marketing. So it's loading. Shouldn't take much time for it to load. By now, you should be able to, load data into your Power BI. It's not that challenging. It's very simple. So you can see this is the data here. We are seeing the date, the ID, the campaign name. Remember, it's a marketing data set. So that's why you're seeing things like campaign. You're seeing category, you're seeing campaign ID. Excuse me. Oh. So you're seeing category, campaign ID, impression. the impression is like the way I said I saw 100 views on our last class uploaded on YouTube, right? That's when you have 100 views, that's 100 impression. So how many people actually um click the ad or make attempt to the campaign, right? So you have clicks. So impression could be how many people view the ad, and then just because you view an ad does not mean you click on it. If you go to YouTube, you used to see ad when you're watching a video. Then the ad will play. Then you just wait patiently that God, when will this ad finish so that I can continue watching my video? So that view of the ad is an impression. But those who now click on the ad, that's where you have number of clicks. Then you now have leads. Leads now are those who now follow the ad to to the ads platform. And then how many people now make order? That's where you have orders here. And then you have revenue, like the purchase that was made. So we can just load this, right? We can load this. And what I'm going to show us today, I'm going to first show us like how we can plot like three or four different charts. And then after that, we can now try to build our dashboard. All right. Uh, so it's not a difficult dashboard, something very simple. Then, Antonia, you feel free to stop me if you have any observation, something you think would be important for the students, right? Because she's the one that prepared this.
Is that right?
So if you think there's something you feel like is relevant for the student that I have skipped, just tell me and then I'll hand over to you. You speak to them. So we have,
Okay.
thank you. So we have, excuse me. Sorry about that. It's your network. So, uh, so what we'll do, the first one is we're going to plot a chart. And one of the chart we'll plot, let's plot a line chart and see. So if you double click on this line chart, it will do this. So on this, what you now see, you see filter on this visual, filter on this page, filter on all pages. So here, we'll not go straight into filter. In fact, most likely we'll not be working with filter today. So what we'll do is just to work on visualization and the fields. Those are the two pane we'll focus on. So the first one is we can drag a date. So what we are trying to do here, right? Let me know so that you will not be confused. Let me try and use an annotation to, let's say you have this and then you have that. So you can decide to put months here. My writing may be ugly, enjoy it. You can decide to put month here, right? This is month. And then you want to check the number of clicks, or you can also use impression, or you can use leads. You can see, so what you are basically doing there is number of clicks per month, or number of leads, or number of impression for each month throughout the year, right? So let's say we start with let's say I think clicks, right? That clicks or impression, anyone will go. So let's say clicks. So on this side, you have clicks. All right. That's on the vertical axis, you have clicks. On the horizontal axis, you have month. So that you have you can see how the number of clicks vary with months across the year. All right. So now let's do that. This is our x-axis. We agree that that is where dates should come. Okay, I have to change this. Okay. So we drag this here. This is month. So sometimes month can Power BI helps you to break the month into year, quarter, month, and day. But then we can just drill down to what we want. In this case, all we want is we want month. So we are still going to look at quarter, but let's just look at month. So we want month. So we have removed other ones. It's only remaining month. So we are looking at the month, and on the y-axis, we are looking at the number of clicks. Okay, it's only 1 month that is on the data set, so we can't make much of it. So here is what we'll do. We can change it. We come, we can change it by dragging this, bringing this back. Okay, even without doing that, let me just, sometimes you can, yeah, you can select it from the hierarchy here. So you can click on day, and then you can see. So what happened now is that you have the number of clicks per day across the month down to the last month. Remember that one of the features of Power BI is that it's interactive. What it means by being interactive is that as I put my cursor on the chart, you can see that it's telling me the number of clicks at each point. This is the 25th day of the month. We have 5,996 clicks. All right. So
Mm.
this is it about um line chart, and then we can label this line chart, and then we can give it a title. So we can see the day here, right? For we to do, oh, sorry, I think that I'm still on there's this other tool I use. So all you have to do is just click directly on this day and then make edit to it. So for us to make changes to that edit, I think normally we should go there. Yeah. So here we have you have the visuals, right? Now for you to make edit to the x-axis, y-axis, you go here. So for y-axis now, you can see if you scroll down, yeah, you see title. You click on title, and then you can format this title. You can increase the font size. So I've increased it to 16. It's now more clear. I can bold it. You can see it's now bold. And then there's a way you can change, let me see, maybe it's in general. You can actually change the name. Let me check here. Title, clicks per day. Okay. So for x-axis, we can actually change the title to number of clicks per day. Number of clicks per day. Okay, that's the title. Sorry. That's the title at the top per day. Right? That's the title here. So you can use this header to change the size of that title. You can be heading 4. I think the higher you go, the smaller it becomes. I can't really remember, right? I think it's using HTML formatting, but don't worry yourself about that. Let's just focus on this. So you can change the font type. The font type, we can decide to give it constant here, and then we can increase it from 14 to 16, right? So you can make it bold. That is for the title, all right? So it's in general that you do that one. Under general, we have titles and all this. We have properties. Then if you come to visuals, under visual, you have the x-axis and then you have the y-axis. Remember, we make changes at the x-axis just now. The changes we did was simply for us to edit the text here is auto. What it means by auto, that's the title of the x-axis. What it means by auto is that it's picking the name on the column. That's the column title. That's what is given to be the title of the x-axis. So you can say days. Let me see if it will take effect. Sometimes these things, I don't know. So, okay. Yeah, it has changed. I hope you guys can see this. Don't worry, this is not the only one we'll plot. We'll plot more. So you still see other ones. Okay. Antonia, in case you decide to maybe leave, because Antonia currently is still on her way home. So in case you decide to leave, just let me know. All right. Okay.
Is that right?
Okay. Thank you. So I hope you guys can see this, right? So we can the same way we did for this. Don't worry, you will enjoy Power BI with time. Don't feel lost. And we're going to draw plot more charts. So we can also look at the y-axis. Y-axis. So under y-axis, go to title. So title here will have number, you can change it, number of clicks. All right. And then you can increase the font to be 16 as well. You can see that it has changed. That's for the y-axis, number of clicks. You can also make it bold if you want to. So number of clicks on the y-axis, that's the vertical axis. On the horizontal axis, you have the days. And the title, we have also edited. Remember that the title is under general. This is where we make changes to the title. But when it comes to y-axis and x-axis, we have to come here. All right. Does anyone have question for line chart before we go to the next one?
Sir, please, I don't understand anything. I really don't understand the line charts.
Tabela say I don't understand anything. You understand something, oh, Jesus name.
Amen.
Hello, something.
Yeah, you said?
Hello. And my
So
own is that if I wish that the data that you are using, you would have shared it with us so that we input it in our system and be following you along.
don't worry, that's why there is a
Because
video.
actually
I'll upload the video. You will have access to the data, then you
you did not
practice at your end. Okay. What you just have to do
Or
now
can I share
is to
the data with them
listen.
on WhatsApp
Yeah, go
if it's
ahead,
not too
please.
late?
It's not too late for those that want it now. But what I would advise is that they should listen now.
let's listen. It's okay. Watch video later.
No, Antonia will share the data with you guys on WhatsApp while we continue. All right.
Okay. Okay.
So for this one, I'm going to redo this particular chart one more time. So pay attention. All right. So let me see. You click on the three dots at the top right corner, and then you can click on remove. The chart is gone. All right. So what we did, we double click on this line chart, and then you see line chart has come to the Canva, but it's still very empty. Okay. Now, we now said, okay, for this line chart, the x-axis, we want to populate it with day. That's day of the month, each day. So you click on this. Now, the day of the month will come to this x-axis. You can click on it or you can also drag it. It's the same thing, all right? It's the same thing. Whether you drag it or you click on it, it's the same. So day is here. Now, for this y-axis, which is the vertical one, we drag clicks. We bring clicks, we drag it here. You see? Now we have our chart. But then it still doesn't make any sense that much because we need to make it more readable. All right. So we have to edit the title of the chart, the what's it called? The horizontal title or the x-axis title, the y-axis title, then the general title, which is the one at the top. So we want to edit them. Okay. So, and to do that, remember that we are here under the visualization pane. We are here. Now you have to click on this format your visual. And then when you click on it, you see your x-axis, you see y-axis. Remember, you can turn it off and turn it on. That's what this button is for. If you turn it off, uh, the axis, what's it called? The axis labels and basically the axis goes off, right? There's something like a grid line, but it's too faint for you to see. I don't know if you can see it at your end. It's like a tiny, tiny dot. These are grid lines. So when you come to format your visual, you can go to x-axis, and under x-axis, you go to title. You scroll down and go to title. So title for x-axis, I call this days. I said it's using auto because it's picking the name on the head of the column. That's the column title on the data set. You can see it here. This is the column title. Let me use something to pick it out. So you can see it here. This is the column title. That's why it is day before, but I've changed it to days, right? So I can actually change, format my visualization, change the title without affecting the data. So it's still day on the data, but on the visual, it's now days. Okay, so this title that I have changed, I can now go ahead and I said I can increase the font size to 16. I can change the font type to maybe Constantia, and then I can decide to make it bold. All right. So we see what we just did on the y-axis now. So on the x-axis, so we can repeat the same thing for the y-axis. The same thing we did. So the y-axis, we click on it, it's also there. It's very clear. And we can forget about this range for now. We just focus on title. We are going gradually. So we can also change the font type to Constantia. We can also increase the font size to 16. 16. And make sure that whenever you are changing font type and font size, be consistent. What I mean by being consistent is that one you will not see it on what's it called? You will not see it on your tutorial. Where you will see it is when you started reading books about the ethics of data visualization, like reading books on data storytelling. Then you start seeing guides on how to present data, right? So font type should be consistent. We use Constantia on the x-axis, so we also use Constantia on the y-axis, and then we also use Constantia on the general heading. We maintain the same font type. It's good to always maintain consistency, all right? Then the font size as well, we can also maintain consistency. We use 16 on the x-axis, so we're also using 16 on the y-axis. And this one is picking the name of the column clicks, so we can also change it, right, to number of clicks. Okay, so we can now decide to make this one bold. So you can see, right, number of clicks, and then here is this. And then we can now go to the title, the general, and for us to, the title of the chart will go to the general, but we'll go to visual for the X and Y titles. But for the title at the top of the visual, you go to general. And when you go to general, you click on title. So there you can now say number of clicks per day. It's you that will name it though. So in case you eat your school fees, this is where we'll know. If you ate your school fees, when it's time to name your chart, we will know. Number of clicks per day. So per day, not days. It's like I'm the one that ate my school fees. We can put this to 16 and then we can make this bold. We can change this to constant here. So we maintain consistency all throughout the chart, okay? So this is what line chart is all about. If you didn't get it now, all you simply have to do is watch the video again, you'll be fine. All right? So let's move to the next one because we don't have much time. Do we agree to move to the next one?
Yes, you can move on. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Ah,
move on, please.
if two people say
Yes, we can move on.
even Isabella says I should move on, that means I am winning. Let me see. Okay. So let's play with another chart. So you can see that we created the second page. There's this first page here for our line chart, and then you can change the name. You can rename that page. You can call this one line chart, just the way you can do on Excel. You can also rename it. All you have to do is right click on it, right? You just right click on it, click on rename page, and then you can also duplicate page. But yeah, the same right click and you see duplicate page. You can delete, you can hide. So just like the way you see it on Excel. Before I continue with the second one, who doesn't understand any of these four items here? Hide, delete, rename, duplicate. Is there anyone that you find confusing that you don't know what it means?
My
Hello?
system is only showing duplicate name.
Your system is showing duplicate. When you eat today, did you cut for your system? Did you give your system food or you ate alone?
Yeah,
Your network is not
I
allowing me
I
to
don't
hear you.
understand. My sister doesn't eat.
Your sister
I
doesn't
don't
eat food.
understand.
Oh, yeah,
My
nah.
system doesn't eat.
Okay, that's why you're seeing only duplicate. That's why you're seeing only duplicate.
Okay, should I connect data? Okay, should I connect data to it?
No, 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 you don't need to connect it. I'm only joking. So what you have to, if it's showing only duplicates, I have to check the version that you're using. It can also be version dependent. Maybe you're using older
Duplicate
version because it should show all of this.
Mine is just showing
is
the
showing,
duplicate and rename.
Can
it's
you,
only showing
Yeah.
duplicate and rename.
okay, and rename? Yeah, maybe it's the version that you're using. It's the version that you're
Mm,
using. In fact, even this one that you're seeing here is not the latest version. I downloaded the latest version, 1 point something gig. I'm not ready to install that thing on this laptop. So I'm using this one. Someone complained that the one they are using, the Power BI they try to download is around 800 MB. This one I'm using is around 380 MB. So maybe I'll upload this one to Google Drive. I don't know if Microsoft will allow you to install it on your laptop, but I'll upload it on Google Drive. You can download it and then install it. All right. So we'll go to page 2. I believe we are all on the same page. So the next thing we should look at here, there's a category here. Yeah, category. So we're going to use category to look at we're going to use that for our bar chart. So this is a bar chart here. All right. So for this bar chart, we can also drag it. And then here we have but I would have really loved Antonia to take you through her Power BI, what's it called? Her dashboard. She actually built a mini dashboard that you guys will love. But let's continue. So
I
for
don't know.
this,
Maybe I can try for one last time.
all
If
right,
it should connect when you're done with
no
the briefing.
wahala, no wahala. I'll try to round up on time. So, but if that doesn't work, I will still I'll just look at the. I think you sent me a picture of the dashboard. So I'll look at the picture and then redesign it so that our guys can have access to it. So we'll have category. We can bring category to the x-axis. Every time you're dealing with a bar chart, it deals with category, right? Category is very important. Example of category is sex. When you say sex, you're talking about male or female. Example of category is car color. When you're saying car color, you're talking about blue car, red car, purple car, and so on and so forth. Category, 6 classes of food. That's category, right? So, but in this case, I don't know what they meant by category. Maybe let me open the data again and see for myself. They must have um, okay. Yeah, category in this case, okay, you can see is social, search, influence. Let me see. Everything is saying go and buy. This is how this thing is putting me in trouble. People will not think that I don't used to pay for the things I'm using. So let's filter this, right? Let's filter so that we'll see the various categories we have here. We can click on filter and then you can check category. You can see these are the various categories. We have social, we have search, we have media, we have influencer. These are the various categories. Okay. Uh, Now we want to know how many impression per category, right? We can go with how many impression per category. We can go with how many leads per category. Or let's just do impression. So we'll put impression here. You can see media has the highest impression, right? Followed by social, followed by influencer, and then search. They are arranged in ascending order. Uh, you see what I did, right? I picked a bar chart, and then for the x-axis, I put the category, which is media, social, influencer, search. For the y-axis, I put the number of impression. Basically, what we did there, just to give you an idea, on the y-axis, we have this categorical variable, and then on the x-axis, we have this impression. So meaning that we are plotting numbers against these values, these categories. Okay. Remember when we are doing for month, when we are doing for line chart, we were plotting date against was it campaign or in okay clicks? We are doing date against clicks. So date was on the day of the month was on the x-axis for line chart, and then the click was on the y-axis. But now we are doing for the chart, we are doing a category for the x-axis, and then we are doing impression for the y-axis. All right. So let's go back to the chart so that you see it. This is what we have. I hope it's not confusing.
No, sir. It's clear.
All right. So the same way we made adjustment to the line chart, so let's also make adjustment to this one. So we'll go to the x-axis. You see, we can change. We can also make changes to the values, but let's leave the values outside. Let's focus on the title. The title for the x-axis is category. We can call this marketing category. Marketing category, right? And then we can decide the font type can be, what could we call it? Let's use Georgia because there is George. Yeah, somebody is bearing Georgia on this course. So let's use Georgia. We can increase the font size to 16. All right. And then we can bold in this, you see, marketing category. But you see that it did not affect these names here, this media, social, influencer. We can also make adjustment to that one. Okay, we can make adjustment to that one. I think that's where this values come in. That's where this value come in. You can increase it. You can see it's getting bigger. So you can now see it more clearly. Media, social, influencer, search. That's under the values. And then since we said we want to maintain consistency, we can change this back to Georgia. So they are maintaining the same font type, but they shouldn't be bold because you can't have, it will be too clumsy. So this one will be bold. It's just the titles that are bold. All right. So we do this for x-axis. And remember we did 16, so we can do 16. But we can't bold in it because we won't be able to differentiate the title from the label on the bar chart. So this is for x-axis. We'll go to y-axis under the visual. We'll scroll down and then we can also increase the value. This is Georgia. And then we increase this to 16. Okay, you see it becomes more clear. And then we can bold in this. So because we don't want to make our chart clumsy, then we'll go to the title. It's speaking, the title of the chart is impression, which is the title that's the title of the column, the name of the column. If you come here on the chart, you see it here. It's impression. You see, impression. So, but we'll have to change it. So we'll change it to number of impression. Number of impression. All right. So we increase this to 16. We increase the size of number of impression to 16. And then we also change the font type to Georgia. And then we can bold in it, right? So who can tell me if I want to now change the title at the top, that's the general title. I mean this one. Where do I go to?
You go to
You go
general.
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 Okay. We all agree the spirit of just men made perfect agreed. The angels agreed. The humans agreed. So we'll go to general, we'll come to title, then we change it. So for this, we'll call it, we can say number of impression by market category, right? This one is not on the Excel sheet. It came from my head. In case you have a better one, you can suggest. Number of impressions by market category. Category. So when we do that, the font type will also maintain Georgia, and then the size will also make it 16. Then we bold in this. So we can see that all of the titles we have, they are bold, they are in bold. This is how your chart should be. Very simple, very straightforward, communicating the things they should communicate. Now, one last thing, you can bring, that's what they call you will know about it. Let me leave it for now so that I won't go and cause confusion. The main thing is that at least now you should be able to plot a chart. You should be able to name the titles, right? So we can call this bar chart. Bar chart, all right? So we'll go to the next one. So which chart should we look at again? Let me see. Maybe let's look at a pie chart. Let's look at pie chart. Pie chart, pie chart, pie chart, pie chart. Okay, let's look at this is a pie chart. Though ideally pie chart is not really recommended because pie chart can be lying. In fact, pie chart lies a lot, right? So pie chart is not recommended. Whenever you are plotting your visualization, always try to avoid pie chart. If you can do without it, if you can build your dashboard without pie chart, do it. Okay. So let me see. Okay, you say why? Because every time you have a pie chart is going to like take everything, all the data you pass in, and then make it over 100%, right? And that is not really accurate. Most times it's not accurate. By percentage, it looks okay, but by count, it is not. So it's very inaccurate. That's why it is not recommended to use pie chart, but I'll still show you how to make use of it. So there's difference between count and there's difference between percentage. That one is an assignment for you. Go and find out. So the next thing we should look at, we can just put in category. This is category, right? Category will be the legend. And then for this category, we can now say we want to look at number of leads for each category. So you can see pie chart will give you this. Here we see that social influencer has the highest lead with 47%, 47% lead. Social marketing or yeah, social marketing. I don't know, social media. What? Social marketing. Let us stand there because I wanted to say social media marketing and I was now seeing media here. So they are the owner of their data. They are the one that could differentiate between social and what media is, what social is, right? So for this, we can also decide to update this. Remember, this is just this pie chart you are seeing here is the same thing we have here. All right. It's the same thing we have here. The only difference now is that we brought it here to see the percentage. But like I said, if you can plot the chart like this, then stick with this one instead of pie chart. If you are presenting it before someone who doesn't know much about data, you will not have issues. But if you're presenting with someone who is very experienced with data, is going to be looking out for the lies that your data, your visualization is actually, telling. Is to will try to avoid those lies. All right. So the next thing we do, we format our visualization. So there are other formatting you can do, but we won't talk about that. Won't talk about that. I'm looking for, yeah, this one is Canva, background. There's something I'm looking for. Okay, now I know why it's not showing. So you click on it. So just to note, you see, when you don't click on it, like now I didn't click on it. I'm outside there, right? Oh, what did I want to click on now? Just remove. So I didn't click on this chart. So if you come here, you won't see what you're looking for. You won't see the changes you want to make. So before you go and make changes to the titles, you have to click on the chart itself, and then you can now come to format your visual. So there you have the legend. This is the legend. This one here, this is the legend. All right. That's the legend. So we want to format it. So for that, we'll have the title. So the title is category. Remember, I prefer marketing category. Marketing category. Okay, don't need to respell it again. It's already there. So have marketing category. And then you have, we can also change the font type to, what do we use? What do we use? What do we use? Okay, let's use Time News Roman. So we can increase the font type to 15. All right. So we can bolden it. But if we bolden this, everything will be bolden. That is both the title of the legend and then the things under the legend. So let's not bolden it. Let's leave it like this because the title is already bolden by default. So let's leave it like that. So that is that for the what's it called? The legend side, right? So let's look for the next thing we should look out for now is I think the general title, not this one. Yeah, that's the general title. So go there, you see leads by category. So we can call it leads by marketing category. So we can increase it to 15. We can bolden it. You can see that's the title. All right. Now, all this number that you're seeing, these numbers, we need to be able to see them clearly.
Going to
You said?
you
No,
did not change the front of
okay. Thank you. It's now that
the
me are even seeing it.
gen-
I have changed it. I've changed it. I've changed it. Apologies. 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 So I've changed the font type to Times New Roman. So one other thing we should look at is the titles. We can actually make changes to this. We can increase the font. And for that one, we have to come back here. Okay, this is legend. Let me see. Yeah, you see detail labels. It's talking about these labels here. It's talking about these ones. This is the labels, right? So we have to make it more clear and more readable. So all we have to do, we click on this, and then you go to values. You can see it's 9. So you change the font type to, what's it called? Times New Roman, and then you increase the font size. You see, we increase the font size to 14 or 15. And that is it for the pie chart. The pie chart is looking beautiful already. All right. So are we good?
Yes,
Chidalu
we are
says
good.
she's okay. Who else is okay? Some of you are having network issue. It's not really allowing you to enjoy this session. And you're not the only one having network issues, including your tutor for today. She's also having network issues. So yeah, that's it for this one. Let me see. Ideally, we should look at 3 more. Oh, okay, we said 4. So let me just introduce a card. What cards are used for? So here is a card. You can just touch it. Cards, basically, you use them to, you know, to show the total number for whatever category of field you want to, have a count of, right? So card is just to show the total number. For instance, if you want to know the total number of orders, you just drag orders here. You see, it will just show you the total number of orders. That is irrespective of the marketing category, irrespective of the date, just the total number of orders. And you can also edit card, right? You can edit it, and then you come here. You see, we can change this to Georgia. We can reduce the font type to maybe 20, right? Or we can, press 10. Let me keep it at 30. So 30, this,
Sorry,
yeah, you said?
the network cut me off. I don't know where you carry this one and come.
You don't know where I carry this one and come from. All right. I took it from Jai Market, and I brought it here. So I'll show you where I got it from, don't worry. But just look at how we make changes uh to the name, right? So one thing I wanted to show us, okay, we go to general, we go to title, not title, it should be title. Okay, it's off. So we'll turn it on. The title should be number of okay, no, I don't, it's going to put title at the top. There's something else I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change what's it called? The orders there. I want to change the orders to number of orders. I think that should be, it's not here. Let me check here. Category label. Should be able to change this. So should be able to change this. I can't find it, but then Antonia, do you have it? Do you have it on your end? How do you change these orders from orders to number of orders? Do you have idea? Because I thought it should be
Yeah,
here. Okay. So how is that done?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Have you gotten it?
No, I'm looking for it. I'm trying to find where it is.
Under general,
Okay.
see the
Under,
title there. You turn it on.
yeah, I've gone there. I've turned it on, but the title is given is a different one. It's not the title I'm expecting. This title is for the one at the top. Like, you see, at the very top. And that's not what I'm looking for. So don't worry. If I
Okay, do the
find,
one downwards.
yeah, this one, others, this one, that's the one I wanted to change.
Okay, sometimes those things do hide.
So you do right.
And then there are two card visuals.
Okay.
So, and with a little bit of
A little bit of what?
different features, like there are two card
Yeah, this is the one we are using. Is there another one here I'm not seeing?
oh, okay, I'm coming. Okay, I think it's a filter that are two. There should be a way to do it. Let's go back to the general.
Okay. No, let's not waste time
Sometimes
on this.
you may not get it like
Let me just show this. Let me show
in time, but it's there.
those who have network issue how to do it. So this is the card here where you see 1, 2, 3. Just click on it. All right. And then you see this add data field. You can now drag either odd number of orders or number of leads or number of impression, any of them. So in this case, we are doing number of orders. You drag number of orders. You can see this is orders, and then it's 8,043. All right. That's for a card. Nothing strange about it. And then you can go to the format visualization to make changes to that. Okay. Number of orders.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it for this one. So let me check if we can start. Or are you still able to? Are are you still able to, Antonia? Are you still able to present?
Yes, I could try if it should work out.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Just try. If it doesn't work out, then I take over from you. All right.
Okay. Have you stopped sharing?
Yes, yes, you can go on. Let's see.
All right. Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yeah, I
I
can
can
see your
hear.
screen.
Yes, we can.
All right. So, sorry everyone for the breach in network. I'll just take it up from here. Hopefully the network cooperates. So, Mr. Joseph, I have showed us how to visualize with some of the charts. So we just want to bring everything together and see if we can actually get a coherent report, something that maybe if we are at work and we are given something to do, maybe to show some outcomes from maybe a particular work that was carried out and the likes. You'll be able to know how to convert the data you see on your tables into actual visuals. Like we all know, or as it is already very, very obvious, it's better to, or it's more pleasing to look at charts than to be looking at numbers on table, right? Do you agree with me?
Yes, we do.
Yes. Personally, I prefer that too. So this is what we want to come up with. It's a very, very simple dashboard. So from this dashboard, you will realize that everything Mr. Joseph touched on was brought together on this dashboard. We can see the bar charts, the pie charts, and the card and others too. So everything was brought together here. So we'll try and attempt to achieve this. It may not be total, but to achieve it. And then if we are not able to finish before time, we could complete it next, or maybe we could finish it on our own as a way of testing what we have learned. Is that okay with us?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. And do we like what we see on the screen?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's
Okay. And would you like to also be able to make something like this?
Sure,
yes,
sure, sure.
All right.
yes.
So let's get started already. Let me navigate to my PowerBI interface. So I'm going to try to get it and load it into my PowerBI. Okay. To take a little time to load. So I heard that I saw on the group that someone was complaining about the size of Power BI and the like. So Power BI is like that. It's a little bit heavy, if not very heavy. It tends to affect your other computer function, if especially if you're not very smart with it for now. Maybe to get an upgraded system. And even with the upgraded system, Power BI is is usually it's a large app, right? So it can still slow your system down, even with maybe your spec, uh, spec of your laptop. So you manage that if it's slowing down when you are working later. Let's give it a little time. Okay. So the data is loading. It's loading. Let's give it a little time, please. Okay, so we are just going to load it directly.
Hello, guys. I think our network locked her off. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I
sir.
can.
All right, thank you. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, we are here with you. How is it going?
Seems my network is at it again. But I'm wondering why it's connecting on my phone is connecting and my laptop is not connecting.
Yeah, because
I'm so sorry.
they
I'm so
require
sorry.
different
Oh,
bandwidth. They require different bandwidth.
okay.
That's why phone doesn't require much bandwidth, so it can easily connect. Okay. Have you been able to load the data into your Power BI?
It's still loading.
Okay. Uh, okay. So here is what we'll do. Send me a screenshot of that your dashboard. Let me continue.
Okay.
Yeah. So, or you can put it in the group. Yeah, in the WhatsApp group. Let everyone have access to it. So that
All
let's
right. All
see.
right.
While I'm building it, if you think I am going to Kano instead of Lagos, call me back. Okay. So thank you guys for your patience. Thank you so
I'm,
much.
I'm
If you have network issues, don't worry, you'll be fine. So, I once had a network issue like that. That day, in fact, it took me several months. I didn't do any presentation. I hardly go online again because I was so embarrassed. I have never been embarrassed like that in my life.